not great. It's alright. It's probably good. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Painting Sheep YouTube channel. My name is Victoria. Last year YouTube kind of fizzled away and I couldn't find the time to make YouTube videos, so one of my biggest goals of the new year is to upload at least 2 videos a month. I am going to hopefully be so much better and on top of my channel in this next year, and from what I've noticed, you guys seem to like my sketchbook tours quite a bit, so I thought that I would maybe try to stagger them, vlog and sketchbook tour, vlog, sketchbook tour. But here's the sketchbook that we'll be getting into today. It is this yellow paper sketchbook. Let's get into it. This sketchbook was gifted to me from my friend Brandy. It's from this brand called, I think it's Shizen Design, but I believe that she got it off of Blick's website. The paper is definitely that of a sketchbook, so I will say, similar to my last sketchbook, I have noticed that things will bleed through the paper. The outside is this somewhat malleable material, so there is definitely some wear and tear that you guys can probably see. I decided to decorate it with a couple of my stickers. So when you first open the book, it has this nice protective black, I don't know, it's like textured, which I didn't do anything to. I guess I started this sketchbook back in December of 2018. This is a stamp that I hand carved, stamped onto the front page in white. Here are the goals that I had for 2019. The first goal was to complete as many sketchbooks as I could, which evidently I did, because this is one of possibly 2 or 3 sketchbooks that I filled. The second goal was to be in at least 1 art festival, and I actually participated in 2 art festivals this year, the Craft Lake City DIY Festival, and then I was a part of the Craft Lake City Holiday Market. If you are interested, please take a look at my last video where I did a vlog of that experience. My third goal was to get a tattoo apprenticeship, which I now am tattooing and working and managing Everybody Tattoo Studio here in Salt Lake City, which is, I always say, too good to be true. I love drawing human figures and portraits, and this was one of the first in this book. I believed I used my Pentel brush pen and some microns, and here is where you can see that definitely a lot of bleeding does occur, but it kind of makes for a cool added page. If you're wondering about this unfortunate situation, I feel like I may have dropped it in water, or I feel like David maybe spilled something, which I was angry about at the time, but I don't really care now. Here are some fish. The first 2 are done with Posca markers, which I kind of used in the beginning of this sketchbook and I haven't used them in a while. And then the third one, which I think I added at a later time, is done with my Prismacolor colored pencils, which I definitely ended up using a lot throughout this sketchbook. And I guess this was around the time that we went to go vote, because I have my little sticker there. These are just some notes about why and when I started my Etsy shop, which is still closed. But my friend was helping me do a video. We did kind of an interview type video that is on my Etsy now. And so I just wrote down some notes for some talking points. A couple of tattoo related things. This was a tattoo I did on myself, which you guys can actually see here. And this was when I tattooed David, a matching astronaut that I have. And I guess we did that around the 8th of December 2018. Some random little sketches. There's some cross-hatching going on this mug and spoon, which I believe I referenced off of Pinterest. This is dated the 11th of December. Here are a couple of cute little kitties. This is another drawing I did with my Poscas, which again, I haven't used in a long time, but I was definitely gravitating towards them when I first started this sketchbook, and I really liked the way it looked on the yellow paper. So I have a monthly art hangout, and I guess this was on the 15th of December, and we were at my friend Anna's studio where she had this fishhook plant hanging from the ceiling that I drew. Sweet little octopus in Prismacolor colored pencil. I believe this was the same day as this, but I drew my friend Andrea. And yeah, it does actually look like her. I think that these like sketchy color pencil drawings that are on the left side, some of them might just be ones that I like was flipping through to fill up the sketchbook completely. So these are definitely done later in time. And then this was done on the 22nd of December. This is the Posca markers, and it looks like I was either going for a sketchy look or maybe my purple Posca was like kind of getting raggedy, but I actually really like the look of it. Here are just some random doodles, which now in hindsight I'm like, that would make a really cute tattoo. And then this is clearly referencing the Little Prince. A very, very light sketch of what looks like a peony to me that I later added these green ink details to. Another portrait. This is pretty cool. I should do more stuff like this. This would be really fun to tattoo, but very time consuming. Ooh, some little inked drawings and some more sheep sketches. A little sketch of what was probably on our coffee table. More cross-hatching going on. This was approaching the very end of 2018, December 28th. This is kind of based on this bunny pillow doll thing that I have, that I've had since I was in college. Another sweet little portrait face. Just some random drawings composed together. More random ink drawings. I believe possibly both of these pages. Apart from the face, I think I was just going straight with ink and not sketching anything because I don't see any pencil marks. But then I started really working with those Prismacolor colored pencils. Actually, maybe this is a different colored pencil brand, but I really like colored pencils because especially on this really smooth paper, you're able to like sketch in really lightly, and then once your sketch is established, you can go ahead and like darken things, kind of finesse the drawing, and that's definitely what I was doing a lot of. It looks like this is the day before the last day of 2018. Some more inked drawings. This kind of looks like what's his face from King of the Hill. What's his name? Like red corn. But I like how loose these look. It looks like again I wasn't going in with any pencil. I definitely went in with some pencil on these chickens, but yeah, these plants are just straight ink. Oh man, the dates were here, but they're messed up now, but it looks like this is January 27th of 2019. So this is when we've officially gotten into the new year. Some more ink drawings, but this definitely was sketched. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but I kind of feel like it does look like Angelina Jolie, who I'm pretty sure I was referencing. Another little portrait. I think I did sketch this one, and then it looks like I went in with my Pentel brush pen, which I still love. Another very sketchy ink drawing that I did sketch. There's definitely pencil there. A few moths. I think these are some of the first moths that I started drawing, and then I tattooed so many moths last year. February 1st, 2019, we were on a plane to LAX, or maybe I just was. Ooh, and then I started this patterny page that I clearly never finished. Maybe it's because it was approaching Valentine's Day that I was drawing all these hearts. Here are a few sketches of foxes. Foxes are surprisingly hard to draw. Here are two goldfish that have lived in my sketchbook for so long, and I finally got to tattoo them, I think last month, and they turned out really, really cute. If you guys want, I will go ahead and put my handle for my tattooing Instagram. Some more moths, and I know for a fact that these, for the most part, turned into tattoo flash. Sweet little face, again with no sketching. So this is when I was really starting to get more confident drawing faces without sketching them. Same thing with all of these. Pomegranate. Maybe I was drawing another fruit. I also loved like drawing fruit in this sketchbook. It's a cute little butterfly. Why is she crooked? This was March 9th of 2019, which is the day before my sister's birthday. Sweet, another little moth. Oh yeah, this is when we went fishing and I drew myself, drawing myself. And I was just trying to do some very sketchy ink studies of what I was observing around me. I was trying really hard to draw without reference, and yikes, a profile from memory looks crazy. And apparently it was really windy that day, and this was July 7th. Dang, that's a big jump. Didn't it go from February to July? Maybe I like found an empty page. More colored pencils, sweet little drawings. I was trying to work with like 2 contrasting colors. Ooh, this was, I think, when we went to the butterfly biosphere, and that experience was super cool. Anytime you go to a butterfly biosphere, keep in mind it's gonna be scorching hot for the sake of the butterfly. And at least at this one, there were dead butterflies all over the place, and it was kind of sad. But there were also a few like missing little parts of their wings, but they were so beautiful. I think this was also on that day. Some anemone flowers that I think I was like asking people to tell me what to draw, and I think my sister suggested anemone flowers. Just a random composition. I really like how these are offset and kind of connected into one piece. I think David put on like Lincoln or something with Abraham Lincoln, and I was just trying to draw the faces that were like quickly passing on the TV, and I was definitely going for like an illustrative look, which is really difficult for me, but I don't know, they look like faces, right? This was for our first Flash event, and I definitely went in a different direction, but we were at first thinking of going for a like welcoming positivity kind of vibe, and so I was just drawing all these random things, again without sketching for some reason. I think we were watching, or maybe this was around the time I had re-watched Bad Santa, because it reads, "Can I fix you some sandwiches?" Oh yeah, I was trying to go with the very welcoming theme and thinking of like open windows and sunrises and doors, but again, this didn't become what we did for the first day. Here's a sweet little gal. This was on what looks like September 24th, 2019, September? It's either April or September. Again, yeah, there's no sketching there, but this was done with a ballpoint pen. One of my early painting sheep business cards that's not great because I block printed them, which means that I carved this whole stamp. But block printing ink is not very permanent. Like if you get this wet, even with like sweat on your hands, it'll like transfer onto your hands. This is a bookmark that my friend, the same friend that gifted me the sketchbook, drew, and I really liked it. And I don't do a lot of reading, but I like to keep things. This was from one of our trips to Vegas. I think we were just hanging out in our hotel room, and there was just paper and ballpoint pen laying around, so I tried to draw things. I think I was trying to draw what looks like a peony. Another very sketchy ballpoint pen drawing. I think I was referencing Yeji? Does that look like her? I think it was. Yeah, throughout this sketchbook, I definitely gained confidence drawing portraits and faces because there's no pencil marks again. So this is when I was just barely starting to get really comfortable, like laying out the face. And ooh, another one. I love the 2 offset colors thing that I did here. Another cool gal. I think she's the model that I saw on Pinterest. But again, no pencil marks. This is all just done straight with colored pencil. A couple of buns, which bunnies are also kind of tricky to draw, but they turned out pretty cute. 3 sheep, another sheep. This sheep kind of reminds me of the sheep in Zootopia. You guys know what I'm talking about? Mayor's assistants, like henchmen. Another drawing of a face with some floral elements. A few chickens. A gal's face. A couple of different colored pencil colors. Just some more. A lot of these things is either I meant to become tattoos or I was drawing for the sake of Flash. These never became anything, but I meant for them to. Yeah, this year was when I started drawing a lot of still life sort of things and a lot of fruit and bowls of fruit and plants and vases filled with plants. I was trying to figure out like a pothead themed thing. I couldn't figure it out. They're all pretty cute. but I couldn't figure out like which one I super liked. Okay, that must have been April earlier because this is definitely says May. So May 21st of 2019, I sketched this little lady. And just so you know, I do a lot of my referencing off of Pinterest. I just barely have started to try to draw without references, which is tricky, and you'll see in later sketchbooks. But yeah, this was when I was like definitely heavily referencing photographs, and Pinterest was like a great place for that. This actually became a tattoo, and you can find it on my tattoo Instagram, and I was really happy with how it turned out. This is Posca's. I'm not sure what was going on here, but it looks like I was struggling with some of them. More Posca, very like loose drawings. I think this may have been another art hangout. This was from, I think every year before the DIY festival happens, Craft Lake City invites all the artisans and the food people and the like Kid Row people to a dinner where you get to like meet other artisans, and I think that's what this sticker is from. And then this is another concept that I never like followed through with, but I meant for them to become tattoos of like animals in space. Look, it's Brucey. I was definitely drawing Bruce while he was sleeping. Another cute kitty, a Sphinx kitty. I wrote, this is Liz's pen on July 8th. So it must have been another art hangout, or like when I went over to my friend Liz's house. Some other random colored pencil sketches, which there's a lot of. This was definitely around like an art hangout because I was drawing all of my friends. So there's my friend Mira and my friend Carly on the 8th of June. If you like nautical little things, this pretty cute little turtle. Okay, yeah, I drew my friend Brandy and my friend Mick, and I was drawing a bunch of cats. This kind of looks like Bruce. These, not so much. Utah. Oh man, these are cute. I should make a flash sheet of these kitties, but more kitty drawings. And then I was drawing some birds. Looks like a few different species are on this page. More birds. Oh, I think I was referencing one of my books that I have about different birds. Finn and Jake, I think I was watching the show and trying to draw them, which was really tricky. And this is that like pinata looking horse thing. Just some more sketchy drawings and Prismacolor color pencil. Another one of those like animals in space theme I wanted to go with. This would be a fun tattoo. Another portrait drawing. Wow, this is a long one, isn't it? Okay. These definitely have all become tattoos. These have become tattoos. That one hasn't. That would be cute. This one I definitely made into a flash design, but it never got like fully claimed. Are very sketchy drawings. I don't know if this is my leg or maybe David's leg. I like this color on this paper. I think I was just referencing things on Pinterest again. Ooh, both of these have been tattooed, but I was definitely going with like my favorite things to draw, which is like plant life and human figures or human faces. This also became a tattoo, which was super fun. Some more portrait drawings. Oh, here's a sweet note from my friend Abe, who is Trash Packa on Instagram. I believe, yeah, I drew these for my friend Devin, who I did a tattoo trade with, who's Trash Party Troll on Instagram, who's one of the artists at our shop. Here is, oh, okay, this was the 4th of July, and I was trying to do some really rough sketches of things I was observing around me. That was a pretty good 4th, I will say. I drew Jason, who is my brother-in-law, and I drew David, my husband, brothers. I was just drawing all these random things I saw, and it started getting really dark around this time. Here's a to-do list when I was preparing for Craft Lake City, drawing of some laundry that I did. Here's another rubber stamp I made. Why did I make this one? I think I just wanted to make one. But this has eventually gone on to become my sheep for like my logo and my business cards. Some more ink drawings without any reference and a colored pencil. This is July 25th, so day before my husband's birthday. Just random sketches. I was trying to draw some cute fruit, probably for flash. Some mushrooms. Oh yeah, I thought it was so funny. Mushroom cap. We're kind of approaching the end here. Scary cat. Oh, maybe I had the idea of doing like Polaroid flash or something. There's a killer whale. some more plants, and these have gone on to become flash pieces. I wrote ranunculus, a complex gal. Is that how to say that word? Ranunculus? A few more sketch portrait drawings. I was referencing people I follow on Instagram. So this is Studio Sahar, who is a local maker here in Salt Lake, who I met at Craft Lake, and she was really sweet. And then this is Piper Bloom, who's Annabelle. And then these pages, I just taped in a few like business cards and things that I liked. This is my friend Nicole, like little postcard that comes with all of the jewelry that she makes. I love her work. This is from my friend Megan, who is Tabby Adams on Instagram. And this was from another artist I met at Craft Lake, whose work is so beautiful. Rachel Kozlowski, and her work is beautiful. And then this is actually a business card that I designed for my friend Faith, who does environmentally minded reusables. This is a sketch that turned into my very first Draw This in Your Style challenge, which you guys can find on my Instagram, or I could obviously put in a little photo here. I guess I designed like a sweet little vampire bunny. Oh yeah, I was trying to experiment with more bunny stickers for like Halloween. The bunny ghost did become something, but these ones were just like very, look at these faces, kind of scary. Some random flowers, more flowers. This must have been when I was prepping for our floral flash day at Everybody. Here's Bruce. That's actually a pretty good Bruce. It's August 15th, 2019. Some beetles that did become flash, jellyfish, and a moth. More very like loose sketches with those color pencils. We're approaching the very end here. This might be one of the last drawings. Yeah. So last drawing in this sketchbook was done on July 1st. Wait, that can't be right. I definitely went out of order. I must have finished this around August sometime, perhaps. Just some random notes, and then I closed off the book with stamping in my old business card. Yep. That is pretty much it. I apologize if that was extremely long and not very interesting, because I used a lot of the same media in this sketchbook over and over again. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for being here and following my work. It seems like you guys do enjoy my sketchbook tours the most, so I'm hoping to do more in the future, since I have this one, and I actually have already filled out a whole other sketchbook, so probably the next one you'll see is my yellow dot paper one, so stay tuned for that. Please remember to hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!